Why did modern science take so long to appear? This is the question we find in the introduction to Michael Strevens' book, The Knowledge Machine. And Strevens motivates the question by pointing out that humans have been in complex societies for thousands of years, with complex practices of medicine, of economics, of politics, of investigation, but it wasn't until around the 1600s or the 1700s that we begin to see what Strevens calls modern science. And before I tell you his answer, let me make a side note. The 20th century saw a huge debate among philosophers of science trying to figure out what exactly is the definition of science. Here are some of the many famous people, famous philosophers in that discussion, but this is by no means all of them. These are just some of them. One of the upshots of that discussion has been to think that there isn't just one key defining feature of science, but as we'll see next, it seems that Strevens seems to think there is one. Strevens tells us that the reason modern science took so long to develop is that it's governed by a very counterintuitive rule, according to him. And that rule is that all our arguments must be carried out with reference to empirical evidence. What does that mean? So if you and I disagree on what the world is like, on our picture of the world, we conduct a test that we can observe in some sense of the term to adjudicate between your view and mine. And Strevens thinks that science, or the structure of science, motivates scientists to gather around collaboratively around this rule, and that is what he calls the knowledge machine. Take a look at this quote here. Science is a machine for motivating humans to carry out tedious measurements and perform costly and time-consuming experiments that they would otherwise not care to undertake.